Good morning, everyone. Today, from the chapter 4, the theory of the firm under perfect competition, the another concept we are going to discuss today, that is supply. So, from the economics point of view, we will study what is supply is all about. Supply refers to the quantity of a commodity which the seller are willing and able to offer for sale at a particular price and at a particular period of time is called as supply. So let me clarify. So a quantity of goods, that means the amount of goods and services. So the sellers, the producers, they are willing and able to offer for sale. Now the goods are ready. Once the goods are manufactured, when it is ready for sale, the producers will supply. For example, here it is given the raw materials. The raw materials, the suppliers supply to the industry. It will be manufactured. After manufacturing, the goods will be distributed through the transportation and it will reach the market, and finally it will reach the consumer. So this total process what we have here, we put it in a form of a sentence that amount of goods and services the producers and willing. So here the producers, once they manufacture, they are willing to offer for the market at various prices. Okay, all the commodities we will not get in the same prices, we will have a different prices at different particular period of time. It is called as supply. Yes, now we will move towards the supply function, and like the demand function, here also we are going to study about the supply function. We have various determinants which tells the relationship between the determinant and the supply. Okay, we have many determinants, we will be discussing that bit later. Here I can give you few determinants like technological progress, prices, tax policy of the government, goals of the firm, the nature of the market, climatic condition and expectations of the consumer. These are the various determinants of supply. Okay, so what makes the producers to supply the goods, what factors are responsible to supply the goods? The various reasons are technological progress, prices of the commodity, the tax policy of the government, the goals of the firm, the nature of the market and the climatic condition and expectations about the future prices. Based on all this, the producers, the firm will supply the goods in the market. These are the various factors which determines the supply. Now supply function means it talks about the relationship. So relationship between the supply and the factors that determine the supply. So the factors that determine the supply, just now I said, the goals of the firm, the technological progress, the price of the commodity, the climatic condition, expectation about the future prices, nature of the market, tax policy of the government. These are the various determinants, okay, which determine the supply. Okay, and supply function means it talks about the relationship between the determinants and the supply is called as supply function. So supply function here, it is written as S equals F into x1, x2, x3, x4. S indicates supply, F indicates function, x1 it may be a technological progress, x2 input prices, x3 goals of the firm and the market conditions, climatic conditions, nature of the market, like that. These are the several determinants. When we combine these determinants with supply, we call it as a supply function. So among all these determinants, the most important determinant is price. Okay. So price is the most important determinant. Unlike the demand function, we have several determinants, but the main important determinant is demand and price. In the supply function also it is same. Here the supply is indicated as S equals F into P. So S indicates supply, F indicates function, P indicates price. Because why we are taking only the price into consideration means the price is the most important factor that determine the supply. Okay, it is called as supply function. Next we will move on towards the law of supply. So what does the law of supply states? The law of supply states that other things remaining constant or same. So other things remaining same means we have several determinants, right? I told you many determinants, okay? Other things remaining the same, that means ceteris paribus. A fall in price decreases the quantity of supply and rise in price increases the quantity of supply. Okay, and here we'll see. Here the price decreases, supply also decreases. When the price increases, supply also increases. This is the law of supply. Okay, so what are the, now once again I will repeat back, other things remaining the same means determinants I told you, technological progress, price of the commodity, nature of the commodity, tax policy of the commodity, goals of a nature, climatic condition, we have several determinants. So among all this determinant, the most important determinant is price. P indicates price. Price is the most important determinant. So here we are considering only the price and supply relationship. So this price and relationship, so whenever the price increases, the supply also will be increased. Whenever the price decreases, supply also will decrease and all other things will remain constant. This is simply to say the law of supply. Okay, now we'll see same thing with the help of a schedule and diagram. Okay, so here the price in the schedule we can find the price of the commodity and quantity supplied by the consumer. When the price was 0, the quantity supplied also will be 0. Now when the price is 2, the supply also will be 2. When the price is 4, the supply also will be 4. So when the, you can watch here, the price and the quantity supplied moves in the same direction. Okay, so when the price is 10, the supply also 10. When the price is 2, the supply also 2. Let me give you another example. For example, here price we take it supply. Okay, so price 2, 4, 6. Okay, consider, and supply will be 10, 20, 30. Okay, in this example you can find when the price is 2, the supply is 10. When the price is 4, supply is 20. When the price is 6, the supply is 30. What it is indicating here in the price values, which is the lowest price 2 and which is the lowest in the supply, the number is 10. Which is the highest in both, 6 is the highest price, 30 is the highest supply. It is simply says that when the price is less, the supply also will be less. When the price increases, supply also increases. This is the law of supply. Okay, so same thing when we put it in the form of a diagram. Okay, so this is the diagram which is indicating the supply curve. So on OY axis the price is indicated, on OX axis quantity supplied is measured. Okay, so when the price is 2, here will be the mark. So 4, 4, 5, 6, 8, 8, 10, 10. So according to the variables numbers, if you keep the dots and if you connect all the dots together, you will get a upward sloping curve from left to right, correct? So your supply curve will move upward direction from left to right. Positively it slopes upward. Both are positive. If price is less, supply also less. When price is more, the supply also is more. Okay, that means both are moving in a same direction. Okay, according to the law of supply, price and supply are directly related. Okay, and the quantity supplied here has a positive relationship. If price increases, supply also increases, and price decreases, supply also decreases. Hence, the supply curve normally slopes upward from left to right. This is all about law of supply, right? Next, we will move towards the determinants of supply. So, as I told you, some 8 determinants. Among them, the most 2 important determinant are technological progress and input prices. So, other determinants here I am not explaining, only the 2 important determinant. One is technological progress, the another one is input prices. We will see how this technological progress impacts the supply curve. Okay, now you are clear with how the supply curve will be, right? Now, the technological progress. Okay, see, technological progress here, what will make the supply curve, how the supply curve will shift means here, with every improvement in technology. See, I have given an example here about the telephone. Okay, before earlier this was the, when the telephone was introduced, this is how we had the telephone. Okay, so with every improvement, this each is improvement. These are all the improvement. Okay, now we have still modern technology also. This is all the process of improvement, technological progress. In the olden times, this is how the mobile was, means telephone. Now more advanced technology also we have, that is technological progress, from this to this, from this to this, like that we have many different technology have been improved. Okay, that is why the example I have given here. So with every improvement in technology, some specialized tools or capital equipments or raw materials, etc., etc., when it becomes available, this may reduce the total cost. So total cost of the production, the cost of production will become lesser and the marginal cost will come down. Okay, so in the 3rd chapter we discussed about the cost concept. In the cost we have a total cost, we have a average cost, we have a marginal cost, and different types of cost we have discussed. Now any good is produced, the cost matters. Okay, and due to the technological progress here, the total cost will increase, along with that the marginal cost also will be coming down. When the marginal cost comes down, the quantity of production and supply may increase. So here what will happen means the supply will increase. When the supply increases, if outdated technology, here what will happen means when supply increases means, this is the original supply curve, that is old supply curve. Because of the marginal cost decreased, the supply will be increased. The supply will increase, it will shift towards the rightward. So due to the technological progress, here the point to be noted, due to the technological progress, here the supply curve shifts, the new supply, this is the old supply, SS, I will mark it, it is a old supply curve. S1 will take it as a new supply curve. So due to the technological progress, the supply curve will shift to the rightward. It is shifting towards the rightward. This is left side, this is the original, this shifted towards rightward, that means upward. Okay, suppose if outdated technology is used, marginal cost may shift to the upward, resulting in high cost of production, and supply curve also shifts upward and towards the left side because of outdated technology. Outdated technology ಆದರೆ here the supply curve will shift to the left side. Because of technological progress, the supply curve is shifted towards the right side of the supply curve. Okay, this is one of the important factor which determines the supply curve. Next we will see the input prices, how the input prices determining the supply curve. Here is an example which is given. Prices of inputs are another important determinant of supply curve. If the price of an input, say wage, rate of labor increases, the marginal cost and total cost also will increase, resulting in upward shift of the supply curve. Here what will happen means input cost and for example any changes in the cost of an input used to make a good will affect the supply. Here is an example which is given. A rise in the cost of raw materials, for example, will result in decrease in supply because the good has become more expensive to produce. Here the high input cost that daily farmers pay for feed, labor and fuel result in higher prices for the milk and other dairy products. So here for giving this, to feed this milk, a labor charges, or to feed various grasses and other inputs and fuel, for all that, if for the farmers if it increases, what will happen? The price of the milk and the dairy product will increase. Why? The dairy product is a ultimate output. And what is the various raw materials used? The various raw materials used is for feed and for labor and for fuel, whatever the money spent by the farmer, ultimately the cost, the price of the commodity will be increased because of the cost which is spent by the farmer. Okay, so here the price of the commodity increase because of the cost. Okay, so when the total cost and the marginal cost increases, ultimately the price of the commodity also will be increased. So because of this, what will happen means the supply curve, this is the original supply curve, yes, and the supply will be reduced because the price have been increased. The supply curve will shift to the left side of the original supply curve. Because of the input prices, the supply curve shifted towards the supply curve. This is the original supply curve. The supply curve shifted leftward. Okay, so this is all about the supply concept, and still more topics are there under the supply. We will be discussing one by one. So here the 2 points to be remembered. One is, due to the technological progress, the supply curve shifts rightward, and due to the input prices, the supply curve shifts leftward. Okay, and these are the two important determinants which determines the supply. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, just you can call me and ask your doubts. Thank you.